Good evening. And for my last hit, I'd like to take you back to the classic.
Episode
8
episode 8? I thought it was 9.
or 9. Is it?
Take
9?
it back to the classics.
Player, turn your head round. Take off the crown. You've been round.
One more time. One more time.
Wake up.
Oh,
Open the door.
it's 10 in the morning.
Lay on the floor. You've been robbed.
Hey, okay.
Nick's a magician.
It's boredom. Nick Bohr.
Or Nick
Contra
Blaine.
703. Javon Bogans.
Oi, oi.
No guest today. What's up? Oh, God. He's got something else.
He grabbed his phone.
He did grab his phone.
I was going to do something, but we're good.
Yeah. I
I'm
saw
gonna
the
pass
eagerness
on
in your
that.
eyes as you went for your phone.
I'm saying,
I
bro.
was like, oh, shit, something's about to happen.
It's Robin season.
Something
It's
bad's
Robin
about
season.
to happen to me.
It's Robin season. What's up, y'all? How you doing?
What it do, what it is.
Figure we start off with that. Get in the mood a little bit. So every time we do that, I feel more awake. Like when we did the Fergie thing, I feel more awake. Did that, I feel more awake now.
Man, I drive over an hour to get here. I'm awake every time I get here.
I'm not fucking awake.
I'm woke.
Woke up.
Coke and Pepsi are the same thing. Wake up, sheeple.
Everything's made up. Stay woke. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
I'm here.
I've seen way too much of Con this weekend.
Oh, man.
Let's fucking talk about it.
Oh,
Holy shit. So, we can start with Friday, I guess. So,
wait. Let
Okay.
me start off by saying,
go ahead.
rest in peace
Uh-oh.
to the Potomac Mill sign.
Yeah.
That shit's on life support right now, but it's coming down.
Oh, so we should actually start. Never mind. Go
Nah,
ahead.
I knew where you're going.
Go ahead.
Dude, you're fucked up.
Go ahead.
You're fucked up.
I don't know. What they're doing.
No.
The fake news that Rose is on life support.
Oh.
Is it fake news?
Yeah, he would. Everyone around him said it was. He
Yeah, his
wasn't
whole
on-
campus saying that he was never on life
He
support.
was never on life support. He was just in
He
the
just
hospital.
in the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, no, that was fake.
Because 50 Cent trolling him with the
50 Cent's a dick, yo.
Bro. if he dies, he dies.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God.
I don't even like get.
Fifth don't give a fuck.
I don't get surprised when Fifth does anything.
Man,
anymore.
that's a 12-year-old beef, bruh.
I'm saying.
Cling into that.
Which ain't even really a beef.
It's not a beef. I don't even know how it started. I was talking to my dad. I was like, I don't know how we got here.
Me neither.
Officer Ricky, and that was it.
Yeah.
That's all I really remember.
There's Officer Ricky, and then there's Officer Brainwit now. Oh, but
All
yeah,
right.
so DC.
DC.
Okay, yeah. So I do want to quickly shout out that it was Khan's decision to come with me, but he did not have to, and I will say that by saying my car is out of commission currently, and I have to go to DC every Saturday for my job. So I was like, hey Khan, would you mind just taking me to Springfield and I'll ride the metro and just go to DC? He was like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, all right, I'll try to find a ride home, whatever, and then you don't have to worry about it. And I was like, well, I mean, you could just come to DC if you want to. And he was like, actually, you know what? Fuck it. Well, I'll make a day of it, right? Boy, did he realize how loaded of a sentence that was.
Quote of the day.
Yeah.
Let's make a day of it.
So this man picked
We got
me
what
up.
we wanted.
Oh, we got a day of it. So he picked me up at 11 a.m. And I said, yo, let's just stop at Wawa and get some food. Now, in this area, there was a huge windstorm that knocked out power, did all sorts of shit. Didn't realize the magnitude it had on everybody.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we lost power and he lost power. You didn't lose power,
Nah, I
did
didn't
you?
lose power.
Yeah,
Okay.
fucking Mr. Big Shot over
Yeah,
here.
it's a big shot.
Slept warm.
We got generators, you poor people.
Not really.
Let's take it easy.
So all the fucking people with no power, I guess, stormed Wawa to get breakfast and shit. So when we walked in there, there was, you know how Wawa has
Flooded,
that whole
bro.
like counter of like sandwiches and shit in the middle? Gone. That little the where they had the hot sandwiches gone.
Scares,
where they
bro.
were
and those some good ass sandwiches.
where they had their made to order shit. Everyone was like fucking piled in front of it, probably waiting for their order and shit. We're like, nah, fuck this. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So we got back in the car and he's like, let's try 7-Eleven. We drive all the way down to 7-Eleven, no power. They literally have a sign that says no power. And he's like, yo, let's just go to like Springfield and hope for the best, right? So we get all the way up to Springfield, which we sat in traffic for. So at this point, like, when we get to Springfield, I'm already going to be late for my meeting that I have. I have a meeting at, like, 1 every day. Every Saturday, I mean. So, like, fuck it. Let's just find a place to eat because now I'm just hungry. Like, I don't care, like, anymore, you know. So we was like, okay, there's a Wawa up the street. Let's go up there. Packed out the max. Like, I'm talking people are parked on the side of the road to get into IHOP. It was crazy shit. So we're like, again, fuck that. So we walked across the street. We drove across the street, and the first thing I see is Roy Rogers. I'm not really wanting Roy Rogers.
I haven't seen Roy Rogers since like 1990.
He thought I was joking when I said it.
I thought he was bullshit. He was like, he goes, this is after we saw the cluster fucked up was IHOP. He goes, Roy Rogers? I was like, did you just say Roy Rogers? He goes, it's right up there. And he pointed up, and I was like, oh, shit, bro.
So
I thought that was, like, extinct.
I was like, honestly, bro, I just want food now. I don't care what it is. So we go in there. Sure enough, we get our Roy Rogers.
Which was damn good.
It was.
I don't know if it was because we were hungry or just, I don't fucking know.
I tried to get Con to eat ham.
Oh, he set me up, bro.
He
got this shit called what was it called?
It was a double R bar.
Double R bar burger, right?
Yeah. It's like Roy Rogers like
signature
burger.
Well, yeah, double R.
Yeah,
gives it away.
Right.
Okay.
So
I know. I never ate a Roy Rogers before.
I mean, no. I just
So I had just ordered it because I just saw it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I got the same thing because I didn't know what I wanted.
He said, I'm gonna get the same thing, and so I knew that it had ham on it, but I didn't think about it. So like. So he goes to, like, we sitting down. We sit down.
And he goes to eat his burger. I'm like, yo, what's on that? He goes, oh, just like ham. And I just look at him. I just give him this fucked up look.
Burger and ham. And he looks at me like I said I killed his dog.
And Nick goes, oh.
I go, fuck. I didn't even think about it, bro.
I just took it off. I took it off and just, like, hooked it up. Thank God for the fixins bar.
Ham versus turkey, bro. And
let's dead that.
Won that.
Let's dead that. I'm tired of niggas asking me what my stance is. You know what my stance is.
That's true.
I don't like it. Let's dead it. I've had so many arguments.
But ham's so good.
Yeah, ham is definitely better.
Whatever.
Turkey,
Whatever.
Turkey is that irrelevant meat that you get just because, like I don't have another meat. I'll grab turkey.
Damn.
Whatever.
It's just
whatever, man. You got it. I'm tired.
Yo,
of
this is like a 3-year-old like fucking debate.
I'm tired of it. Yeah, I'm just tired.
I remember in your video.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's where it started.
I'm tired of defending it, bro. It's good.
Yeah,
it's
like
good.
in the group we were doing it forever, and then when that video happened, like it became like a thing, like throughout the area. But that was funny. But
yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're like, all right, bet. We're like, we've eaten. Let's jump on the metro and go. Right. So. So we jump on the metro. Usually what I have to do is take the blue line and like jump on the yellow line, and then usually I'll just get up there. Yellow line not working, and the blue line between like 2 of the major stops that we had to go to not working. So we go 2 stops, jump on a bus all the way up to the spot, then we jump on the green line, and then go up, and then we get in. That took an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, man. I lost track of time.
The meetings that I usually do, like they end at like 2:30. We didn't get into my spot until 2:45. So the meeting was done. We sat there. Shout out to Sir EU. We met him finally.
Yeah, we did a show with him back in 2013.
Yeah, which we got to actually reminisce
when we opened for the Flatbush Zombies, and Gold Link was there, and Bodega Bams and Sir EU. Yep. And so, like, he walked in and was just like, hey, what's up? Like, he said, what's up? And he was like, I'm EU. I said, I'm Connie. He goes, I'm EU. And then Nick was like, wait. And that was like me and Nick it started clicking.
I said, oh,
we were like, wait, are you Sir EU? He
yeah.
goes, yeah. We were like, dog, we did a show with you like fucking 5 years ago. And then he pulled up footage of the recap
that we'd never even seen before.
We'd never seen before of the show.
Mm.
And sure enough, we're on stage and doing all that shit. It was pretty cool.
Back when I had the fucking weird little nappy afro.
But yeah, so we hung out at this One Love, and I was supposed to start my new show up there yesterday.
That nigga got a nice office, bro. That little room where he does the show, that's nice.
Oh yeah, it's a nice little
That shit is
studio.
nice, man.
Yeah, it's nice.
Got a DJ up in there too.
Yep, it's nice, a nice little joint.
It's
So
nice, real
we were
nice.
sitting up there, and I had known that my guest was Tranquility. Shout out to him, dope dude. I knew he was gonna be late. He had already warned me like a week, 2 weeks ago that he was gonna be a little bit later than I had anticipated for my show. So I was like, no big deal, don't worry about it. So he hits me. It's like, yo, I might be a little later than I thought. And I'm like, okay, like shit. And then he's like, yeah, dude, traffic's dead stopped. And I also had just got a notification to say, take Route 1 home if you're going home from Maps. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I got that.
I didn't even know. I've never seen Maps send me
Google
notifications.
Maps,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. So I was like, shit, it must be really bad out there. And so I said, well, what time do you think? He said like 6. So we wait until like 6.
Nah,
Like, it was like 5:45.
5:30.
Yes, and he hits me and he goes, yo, it's dead stopped. How long y'all gonna be up there? And I go, shit. So like I told, it was like me, Khan, DJ Mike Phillips from One Love, and Nick from One Love. We're all in a room like waiting basically. And we're like, yo, we got to really figure out what we're going to do right now, because we kind of have shit we got to go to. I don't want to hold them up all night. And we just ended up just fucking putting a pin in it. I'm going to reschedule Trank for next week, and we're going to start the show off next week. So
the thing was like, we didn't know why 95 was shut down, but I was talking to Goldie, and she had just bought a new car. She mobile now, y'all.
Yo, yeah, she did.
My nigga mobile. But she got a new car. And as she was so we were supposed to link up, me and her were supposed to link up and hang out. That didn't happen. She was supposed to go to work, and she said, she goes, because she works at IKEA, she goes, all right, well, IKEA is closed because the sign is falling. It didn't click on my head she was talking about the Potomac Mill sign. So
and so like when I said like, yo, because I heard the sign had already fallen.
Yeah, we knew the shit was bent when we drove by.
Wait, you talking about the tall,
that big Potomac Mills that's been up there
that
forever,
iconic sign
forever, since Woodbridge was born.
That shit is bent, and I guess it got bent more, and that's why the traffic was all shut down. Why IKEA was shut down, and it was. I don't know if it was blacked out over there because we drove by there yesterday after all that.
I don't even remember. The mall seemed fine.
Yeah, the mall did seem fun.
Yeah, the mall seemed fun.
Yeah, so we so we're like, all right, let's just go. So we jump on the train. Their scheduled maintenance is not fucking working again, so we had to jump back onto a shuttle bus.
The fucking guy that was on that bus?
The fucking driver of the bus.
Oh, not the driver, the guy?
Oh, the one guy. Oh, the guy. Okay, so this one guy got on there and fucking like asked everyone for a lighter or a set of matches because he wanted to light a cigarette. It's like, dude, you're on the fucking bus.
He had to have been drunk.
Yeah,
he had to have been drunk.
He had to have been
or
something. But like, so he like literally went up to everybody and asked, and then like that was wild because you're on a fucking public bus. But also like the driver starts driving. He's supposed to be driving south. He starts driving north. So half of the people on the bus are like, why are we seeing the Washington Monument again?
Yeah.
And all this shit. So that takes some time. And so we're like, oh my God, we are never going to get to where we're going to get to. So, Jesus Christ. So we finally get to our stop. After the guy stops at some other stop.
Yeah.
We're supposed to get to King Street. He stopped at Braddock Road. The Braddock Road station is like
it's closed,
locked up, and closed.
Some lady was walking by, was like, "It's locked up. It's closed."
And so I don't know why the fuck that was going on.
Yeah,
but yeah. So we got back onto the bus and drove down to King Street, and we finally got on King Street. Then we fucking ride the train down, and we finally get off, and we just sit in fucking nothing but traffic for another hour or two, and we were going to meet up with a bunch of Nova artists for like this like dinner meeting thing they had planned, and we got there super late because by the time we got there, everyone had their checks and they had paid and. So we showed up in like Omar and Josh and Coltrane and like Gaz and Indio and Geronimo. All these guys were there, but like they were getting ready to leave. They've already been there for like 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
So we saw them for a little bit, and we actually saw Tranquility because he just turned around and went to that spot.
Yeah.
So we talked to him, and there's nothing he could have done on some real shit. I mean, he was. Like he said, he's dead stopped, and fucking he just couldn't move. We would have sat there all day waiting for him. So, just a bad day. Just not a good.
Damn.
It was just a long day.
It was just a long day.
I mean, when we got
long
to DC,
story, long day.
When we got to DC was. I thought it was cool. I didn't know that One Love had like their own actual like building. So I thought. So the being there was cool, but fucking the ride there and the ride back, fuck no.
Yeah, no. Being in DC was cool,
yeah. I mean, we let me see. Thursday night, I had practice. I'm a kids basketball coach. I'm coach for my brother's team, so we're getting ready to go to practice. Kevin's putting on all of his stuff, and Mom goes, "Schools are canceled tomorrow." Mind y'all, I don't watch the news. I don't. The news is like too. It's always negative. There's no good things ever happening if you watch the news. So I keep that negativity out of my life, and I just go about my day. If something important happens, it comes to me. Like I'll see it one way or another.
Yeah.
So I was like, schools are closed. She's like, yeah, high winds. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
I saw that same shit, and I was like, that's fucking Virginia.
Kellen's like, yeah, let's go.
Right.
Because
school's been closed
tonight. School's been closed for like less, bro.
Yeah.
Schools around here have been closed for less.
Especially in Stafford.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they just must be trying to get rid of their snow days or whatever. So Friday, I had to leave, like, actually go out of the house, and I was like, wow, this wind is really whipping. I mean, I pulled up to Walmart. You know how like you push open the door and then like try to spin out?
Yeah.
Like, well.
Like that.
So I pushed open the door and the wind immediately pushed it back. And I was like, okay, well, let's push it and roll out.
Right,
and I pushed it and I rolled, and I'm clearing the door, but my left side didn't clear all the way. And the door pinched my left butt cheek, bro. I've never been in so much pain. I was super angry, limping into Walmart, pissed off.
Oh no.
But that is it. That's all that happened to me with the storm. I didn't hit any traffic. I didn't.
Must be fortunate.
Yeah,
I woke up to no power, dog.
Bro, I had my power. Now it flickered,
fam.
But
I lost fish.
Oh, yeah.
I lost fish.
Rest in peace to the fish.
Nah, they're not dead. I gave them away. I woke up to no power. I woke up, because like when I wake up, everything's off already, right? So I get out of bed, and I got up to do something, and I got back in bed, and then I noticed, the filter for the fish tank is not running, and then I wait, and then I look around, I got 2 clocks, right? One on like my DVR, and then one like just a regular clock. Both them clocks are off, and the fan that I got, the ceiling fan in my room, wasn't spinning, so I'm like, fuck, we lost power. And I thought that I didn't know how long it was gonna be out, but then I go into I went out somewhere. I forgot where I went, but they were like, yeah, so like the whole city's out, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, for like I think we lost power Friday.
Yeah, it was Friday.
Friday. I got power back yesterday afternoon. But I had 2 fish, 2 Oscars that I've been like raising since like last year. Big as shit now. Without that filter, they were gonna die. So I'm like, all right, well, what the fuck can I do? So I took them to Petco, and I was like, just fucking take them. I'll just get new fish. But the thing was, bro, them fish were those fish fought me, bro. They fought me when I took them out because they're so big. So me taking them out that tank, oh my god, dog! My whole room was like covered in water, dog. I had 2 Ziploc bags that were big enough to fit them in there, and they got scales and shit. They sliced the bags because they were fighting me so hard.
Jesus Christ!
I had to put them in a bucket just in case like the bags just burst and shit. But we made it. We made it. Gave them bitches away. I said, fuck that. I'll just get some new fish. These niggas are too damn violent.
Goddamn.
Damn. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
shit. Well,
Plus, that water was turning like a really weird orange color. I was like, yeah, let me get these niggas out of here before they die.
orange. I've never heard that before.
without the filter,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
kinds of shit.
Well,
Damn.
shout out to Wind for fucking the shit up. All
Fuck
Yeah,
you,
weekend.
Win.
but
I've
that means-
never. That's never like I've never
Yeah,
seen that happen. Before.
That's oof.
Yeah, no.
I was like, what? We live in Chicago all of a sudden?
Right, yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, if your power didn't go out until Friday, that means you got a chance to see Robin season episode 1.
I saw Robin season.
Yep.
I saw Robin
And
season.
then, boy, was it amazing.
It was good.
It was good.
damn good.
That was
We're
one
talking
of the-
about Atlanta, in case y'all didn't pick
That was
up.
one of the best, 35 minutes of television I think I ever
Bruh,
watched.
I mean, Atlanta is really solid, but
Spoiler alerts for right now until the next timestamp.
yeah.
Nah. You know what? It's It's Sunday. That episode's been out for 2 days. Y'all have had time to see it. If you haven't seen it at this point, that's on you.
Actually, when
Don't
this
listen to the show.
releases, it'll be
Still
Monday.
spoiler
So.
alert.
Yeah, so that's on you.
Yeah,
okay?
but
I'm
just
still
know
gonna
we
say-
about to
I'm still
talk
gonna
about
say spoiler
Atlanta.
alerts.
So if you haven't seen it,
Catch
just
up,
jump to
nigga.
the next timestamp.
Don't get mad at us
Anyway.
because you slacking. Now, let's talk about this episode and not give a fuck who's seen it and who hasn't.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
So,
let's go.
So the beginning of it was like
The fucking the kids going in.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
but
I still
hold
don't
on,
get
hold on. When they went in, when he was just like talking in the room, at first, I guess I wasn't
I get
really
it.
like paying all like super attention.
Yeah.
But they were just like bullshitting,
They
like
were just
talking about getting
just-
like weed.
They were talking about shit that like all of us talked about.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
was. They were playing FIFA. He's like, you trash, anyways. Like,
Yeah.
and they pull up, and what I love about it, because it foreshadows it, because
Yeah.
it's playing TK. The
They were
race.
playing the race.
It was playing the race.
Oh,
and
shit.
the season's called Robin season.
Yeah, and so.
Mm.
So he's like ordering, and then they pull up and gunfire, and I jumped. I was like, "What the fuck?" I didn't see this coming, but
Goddamn.
looking at it, I'm like, "They
didn't
set
even
this
See,
up."
the thing that like
great.
a lot of people kind of, well, I'm not gonna say a lot that I saw. That's the people that on my timeline who saw it that were saying they didn't get how they didn't understand how they went from being at the crib just talking about bullshit to robbing the fucking fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
because they were talking. Remember they were saying that shit about how he was trying to reach the plug
yeah,
and the plug wasn't replying.
yeah,
And then homeboy, the other kid, mentioned that somebody at whatever job, I don't know if they worked there or not, I don't remember that part, but they said so-and-so works there. He keeps a stash at the job.
yeah.
So that's how they ended up over at the restaurant.
Right.
And then shit got shot up. I didn't know they were going to
'Cause
rob
they
it
even
because
went.
they
even
ordered
went
a meal.
through. Yeah,
They ordered a
that's
meal, so
my
I was like,
thing.
all right.
But I think that's what
I thought they were going to go pick it up from him.
I think it also gets the stereotype of like anybody can be doing this, like
Yeah.
Because those were some regular kids.
If
They're
you
kids
think
that look
about-
like them that live here.
yeah. You think about robbers, there's like no stereotype for it, and they're everyday average ass niggas. Like so, it's like you're like you don't expect it to be them, but nobody expects it to be anybody. Like
Yeah.
and it shit
They
just
caught me
pops
off
off.
guard. I
Yeah.
had no fucking clue.
And then when he pulled up the AK, I was like,
Yo,
what
that
the
was crazy,
fuck?
bro.
Like, oh shit!
Yeah.
Let off the rounds, boy. God damn.
But
And
then,
then they did, what was it? They ran outside and then he shoots the car up and then they pulled a girl out.
Yeah.
Did she get hit or was she just freaked out?
No, I don't know if she was scared or she got like
I
hit
thought
by
she
something.
got hit or something because she kept touching her head and
Yeah,
looking at her
and
hand and
she was-
screaming.
yeah.
So
yeah, you couldn't
But
really
I
tell
couldn't
from the angle
see.
they showed. But
and
But
that was the beginning.
I was trying to figure
That's
out
just-
where they
that's
got
just
the
the
girl.
Yeah, I didn't see her in the car.
She
nah.
wasn't.
Well, I mean, in their defense, the camera will only.
Oh
have a
yeah,
shot of
it
whenever-
only yeah.
So
Oh yeah, so
So she could have been in the whole time, but they didn't make it. I
they
don't know.
stopped for so long.
mhm.
I was like, okay.
But I was
weird.
talking to Trank about that last night. He was like, because he said that he's seen every episode but the new one,
Mm.
and he was like, he's like, dog, last season they just always did like this shit where they would just add in like, he's like, did they tie any loose ends? I go, nah, they still do that. You know, that shit where just one random thing will happen in each episode that just like it goes unexplained. Like
It's
the guy
a-
who was making the sandwich on the bus,
yeah,
or the fucking kid that painted his face white.
Oh yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
a that's a technique. It's I forgot
I know
what
it's a technique.
called.
I know
Yeah.
I know there's a reason for it. I don't
Yeah.
know why. I'm
It's low-key a metaphor for
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
fucking life,
sometimes
too, 'cause
yes.
Sometimes it just doesn't make sense. Some real shit. Like,
I mean, and Darius was all-time peak Darius, bro. I love
Darius.
Darius.
Yeah, he
my
shined.
favorite, yo.
He shined.
Bruh.
Yo, the Florida man scene.
Florida man
That was
Bro,
weird.
I don't laugh out loud like that.
That
but
was-
I fucking died laughing because when I got what they were doing, because I've heard like the Florida man joke, like, well, not the way they told it. I've always heard like Florida's crazy because it's always like Florida man shoots a flamingo for not having enough cash.
When Deuce was living in Florida, Deuce used to tell me that too. He said, "Bro, Florida is its own fucking world, bro."
And
like,
so when they
much
turned
crazy
it
shit happens in
into
Florida.
like a villain,
a guy like
Yeah.
that.
I
One
was
guy.
like, yo, I was like, this is genius. It's like, and then like fucking, and then of course, man, the fucking cameo, man, the
Cat Williams.
bro. I mean, God, I was like clapping my hands when I saw like Cat open.
I saw Cat. I just started laughing.
But you know what
I
was
like,
interesting
yo,
about
here we
that?
go.
It's like I felt like it was Cat in his own life.
That's what we were.
No,
talking
that's
about.
what we were
That's
saying.
what we were saying.
Yeah, that's
too.
what we were saying.
like
yeah.
because he's fallen from grace,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
this is like showing like it almost. I mean, his name wasn't Cat, but it felt like I was
Yeah.
watching like
Cat Williams talk
them
to,
interacting with Cat Williams.
Because on some real shit, like the one part that really like made me see that was when Cat was talking to because Cat and them had Cat and Donald had the argument, and Donald said something like, "You mean like how everyone knows you're like super smart, but shit just keeps happening to you?"
Yeah, he was
and like he got mad offended, so he walked to the room and like handed him the gun, and he said something like, "You really don't want to end up like me? Get that chip off your shoulder. There's no time for it."
Yeah.
I tweeted. I was like, "Yo, that is not Willie talking to Ern.
Yeah.
That is Cat talking to fucking Donald."
Yeah.
I was like, think about where Donald's at right now. Like everyone thinks he's a fucking
And where Cat
genius
Williams
already.
was, my nigga.
I'm
Where
saying,
Cat Williams
exactly.
was, dog.
Yeah.
And then he fucked it all up.
And so it's like Donald, like where Donald is right now is like he's at that place where everyone thinks he's fucking. If we lose power right now, it's been
Here we
really
go.
annoying. My power just like
You're on a roll, bro. Keep going.
Yeah. So like, just think about where Cat was and Donald where it is right now. Like Donald, everyone thinks he's like a genius right now. Like he's killing it, right? He's about to be like a huge movie star soon with Simba and Lando, and Cat's basically saying like, "Look, don't fucking get cocky with this shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's no time. There's no time to be cocky.
Taken away tomorrow.
Yeah, on some real shit. Like, don't fucking do it." So I'm fucking that for me. That was like so like. I guess the word is the word introspective, but I call it like breaking the fourth wall in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it was a good break in
it was
the
great,
wall.
dude. It was fucking
That
great.
whole scene.
Yeah.
And then the fucking alligator. Like
I
they
was about
kept
to say,
making they kept making it a point to
Nah, my
Look,
favorite
the
part
kids
was-
outside.
when the kids, because he was sitting at the door, right, and they're like, I have an alligator in here, I'm gonna let it loose or something like that, and the kids are like, yeah, that's the guy.
That's
with
the
gator.
alligator man.
Yeah, and like he's
Them
like,
babies
you think
ain't
those
lying.
kids are lying to you?
Them children ain't
You
lying.
like, think those kids are lying to you? I'm the alligator
I'm the
man.
alligator man. But that I fucked with that because that guy exists every fucking where.
Oh,
dog.
yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Some random
Here was the monkey man. He was the monkey man, dog. I swear to God, there was a monkey man. He was staying in a choir.
I did not know that was a thing.
This is when I was in high school. He was staying in a choir, and one of my friends was like trying to make money. Like he was just trying to make some money. You know, we were too young to have jobs, so he was trying to make money. So he just offered to like mow niggas' lawns. You know how I go.
Yeah.
So he went to this dude's house to go mow his lawn or whatever, and he had him waiting in the house. And he said that he saw like jungle bars on the ceilings, just in random spots. He didn't know what that was about. And then like he just heard some screaming, and then like this fucking monkey's just on the fucking bars, bro, just swinging. And I forgot what he said his name. I think he said his name was like Bobo or Bubbles or some shit. And typical monkey name, some weird dumbass name like that. But yeah, and I thought he was bullshitting. But then like more and more kids were like, yeah, that's the monkey man. That nigga exists. So
Monkey man.
Yeah. I'm monkey man.
Damn.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, and Ern's still homeless. He's still homeless.
Still homeless. And then like we didn't talk about this on the thing, but we were talking this morning before we started recording about like having trouble accepting help or like asking for help. And when Ern didn't ask to stay once he saw that the old boy was staying,
Alfred's homeboy from prison.
yeah, that just got out. But when he just like sucked it up, he didn't tell anybody what was going on. He didn't like. He had talked to mentioned it to Darius in the car ride, but he didn't he didn't ask for a place to stay, and he knew he didn't have anywhere to stay. And then Darius
asked him if he was good when he was walking out the door.
He was like, "Yeah," put a smile on and walked out. That was the realest scene because that's like, yep, I would have done the same thing. Like
I would have said the same.
That's what I like about Atlanta because. I don't know if y'all seen.
They got a hand on they got a hand on the culture right now.
Yeah,
especially Donald Glover. He's like, I guess he's just hip to how like people our age, not even just in Atlanta but everywhere. Because I mean, everybody in that. There's at least one episode if you've been keeping up with Atlanta. There's at least one episode that makes you go like, that shit happened to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's life. It's just life. It has some weird elements to it, but it's not so weird that it hasn't happened in life. It's just like a weird aspect of life.
I like when that scene where they're at the gas station and it was Ern and Julius and he goes, "What flavor is a hot Cheeto?"
Hot Cheeto. That was my favorite part.
I was like,
bro.
"Damn, yeah." Like,
I was like,
He said hot.
He goes, "Yep, it's that's hot.
Yeah.
I can definitely taste the hot."
My favorite Darius line was the time one. He was like, "Well, I would say it's nice to meet you, but I don't believe in the concept of time, so I'll just say we've always met." And
that nigga just looked at him, bro.
Looked at him like, "What the fuck?" Darius is too woke,
but they
bro.
did tie in that whole like why they started off with the kids robbing the they tied that in because robbing season. He said that Christmas time was coming up. And niggas got to get out how they live.
Everybody got to get a piece.
You know what I mean? Yep. And even though they were stealing weed, robbing season. Oh, and Alfred's on house arrest now too.
Yeah.
For that trial. Wait, so what? So Ern didn't get nothing. Oh wait, no, Ern's on probation.
Yeah, he's on probation.
Yeah, all right.
And then that even ties in. They were talking about like how hard it is to function. Like they charge them $375.
Oh yeah, they were talking about they were like they added on like a whole bunch of fees.
Yeah, and she was like, "Do you have the money to get this?" And he's like, "No." Like what the fuck?
It's like, all right, well, you can just pay payments and there you go and have a good one. That was so funny.
And she was incredibly rude, as they usually are. Like
no one gives a fuck about Donald Glover in that show.
Nah.
Like when he tried to buy the Happy Meal.
Oh yeah.
They wasn't having it. They weren't having it. He was like, "I have to be a kid to get a kid's meal."
And she got loud about it.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Or when he went to that dinner with Val, and he was trying to order that drink.
Oh, that fucking bitch waitress.
That dickhead ass fucking that
her.
waiter, bro. He was an asshole.
Yeah, no.
He said, what did he say? He said something to him. He was like, he asked him for some type of drink, and then like he was just giving him a hard time.
Mm.
He was like, "Nigga, just get your drink, bro. Just fucking." They always shit on him, bro.
When he was trying to park his car for that date, and he's like, "How much does it pay here?" He's like, $10. Like, that's as much as valet. He goes, "Oh, $8."
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn, he just dumped the price real quick." This way he said, he's like, "Oh, $8." And then they started driving. I'm like, $6? Yeah, dude, I can't wait for next week, man. I really can't. Like, I'm very excited to watch this show. It's weird that we're like excited to watch TV shows every week, though.
Man,
like,
I don't watch
this
TV.
is the one to do it. I don't either. But like this one, I'm really like looking forward to it, like every week.
Yeah.
Have y'all watched Insecure?
I have not.
Nah.
Okay, like it's. I'm not going to say it's like Atlanta because Atlanta has some elements to it that make it Atlanta, right? They didn't just name it Atlanta and do it. But it's from, like, Issa Rae.
Yeah, she's dope.
Like, she does that. So it's from her perspective, but it's not a show for women. And I think that's why, like, a lot of males don't watch it because you just see females going crazy about it. I watched that. Bro, it's hilarious.
It's on HBO, right?
Yeah, and it's life, just like Atlanta is. It's just like where women are more concerned, like on the dating side and on.
Is it on Hulu or Netflix? Do you know?
It's on. I
don't know if it's on Netflix.
It might be on Hulu. I think
it's
could be.
But yeah,
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I have both, and I don't know.
Yeah, find it.
No.
But
hold up.
like women are more on the emotion when they're going through life. It's more on the emotional side. Like they're more like trying to figure out their dating life, trying to, they're still trying to get their life together, but it's in different ways. And I feel like that's the difference between Atlanta and Insecure, because Atlanta, they're about their come up. They're like, okay, we got to grind to make this money. Okay, we still got to make ends meet, which is like, in Insecure, they're trying to make ends meet sometimes, but not really. It's more like trying to deal with the things they have to go through, like not being paid fairly and all of that. And it's still like culture. It's still the culture.
Yeah.
So check it out. I like both of them.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I first started watching Shameless.
I still haven't watched that show.
Dude, got to do
check it out.
You got to do it.
Yeah, I think I said it before. It was just I thought it was cool because I ain't never seen a TV show about like a white family in the hood.
Yeah, trying to,
especially in Southside Chicago.
Right.
It's just it's a really interesting show.
It's the way TV should go. Like, I like Modern Family. I started watching Arrested Development.
Yo, I know that I would like
cool.
Modern Family, but I've never actually sat down and watched it.
It's cool to like. It's one of those shows you can just like kind of turn on, tune in.
Just,
you really don't need like
you can binge.
Yeah, like watch like a couple of episodes and you'll get the characters, and after that, you can basically watch any point of any of the seasons.
It's a Family Guy, but
it's
live.
like Family Guy in a way. Yeah, where it's like literally
Office.
you can just tune in and fucking you know exactly what's going on. You know the characters, you know how they are,
and then they just have a random plot.
My mom loves Modern Family, but like me and my mom have the same sense of humor.
Yeah.
So I know if I sat down and watched it, I would enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'd probably die into.
But it's also one of those shows where you don't have to sit down and watch. Just turn it on. Just like literally, it'd be one of those shows that you just turn on, like where it's like I don't got nothing else to watch. I'm gonna just watch Modern Family.
Yeah.
That's one of those shows.
But
it's still on now though too. It's still on.
Yeah.
I know like
going.
a lot of the cast members, they're kind of hard to look at now that they're adults.
Yeah.
Like Manny, the little cute chubby. He's not. Now he's like an adult.
He grew up, but it's cool because
looking.
it's like a family. But what I was gonna say is like those shows are really cool, but the way TV's flowing now, like what's catching the interest of everybody is like showing real life. Like I don't feel like Modern Family. It's a real family interacting, but they don't have troubles. Like I don't see them going through anything that we would actually like.
Family TV.
Yeah, it's a feel good.
Yeah.
Like,
I go through like sitcom troubles.
Yeah, sitcom troubles. Like
sitcom
it's
dilemmas.
obviously a show. When I watch Atlanta, I just feel like somebody recording
somebody's fucking
somebody's life.
Yeah, because I thought when season 1 ended, and they show Ern going to the storage closet or whatever, the storage unit. I thought by season 2 he would have had a place to live by then.
I like that it starts off by them opening up the storage unit.
I thought for sure he would have been out. He would have like been had like an apartment, something. Nah,
that dude jacked his whole fucking
took his shit.
He's like, you're supposed to auction it off or something. He's like,
whatever. This ain't Storage Wars. I see Storage Wars too, man. This ain't that. Just left. But so TV's definitely winning right now. They should probably take a victory lap, and that jumps us into
I don't know.
Nipsey Hussle.
Ooh.
Okay, I like that. Okay. I didn't catch it until you said, you're catching.
So I didn't listen to a whole. I listened to it. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I listened to it, but it took like a background to me because I think I was doing something while I was listening.
Let's start off with Nipsey Hussle. So I haven't listened to it.
Right. So I don't know a single thing about Nipsey Hussle, but we're gonna jump into the topic. No, the intro though, that shit was fucking hard.
Yeah.
And like, holy shit. And
I haven't listened to Nipsey Hussle since like right before Crenshaw dropped.
I'm a big sleeper on Nipsey Hussle, I'll be honest.
Oh my god.
I think a lot of people are though.
Yeah.
And I think it's fair to be because the way he's unorthodox in the way he does his music.
He's mad low key.
His releases and all of that. Like,
but nah, when I started listening to Nipsey, it was at what mixtape was it?
I started listening to
Bullets
Nipsey.
Ain't Got No Name. Bullets Ain't Got No Name, and then it was the Marathon.
Yeah.
Remember the Marathon? It had Keys to the City. And then I listened all the way to like the Marathon Continues, and then once it got to when he started selling his mixtape for $100, I was like, I ain't got $100, but I didn't know you could still listen to it for free. But, that's
honestly, you're talking about him being low key. Like I think this is the most high key I've ever seen.
Because he's signed.
Is that what it is? What is he signed to?
AJ?
Yeah, he signed. He signed to get this done because he needed. So, like the backstory of the Victory Lap, it's been coming out for years. Like,
I think it's independent because he's been independent for a minute. I think his independent label was called like All Money In or something like that. I might be wrong. It was called something.
And then he signed because it was the best way to get this out finally. Like, he just needed that avenue. And he talks about it. I watched the Breakfast Club interview. He's
I like that reasoning.
Yeah, he's like
for signing, like, it's just like, I don't need you, but
he's just
the
like,
way to do this. I gotta get y'all.
He's all about like building and like building up empire. Because there's like there's a super old interview before he really popped off, where it was like he was like, I'm Nipsey Hussle, blah blah blah, and he's like, yeah, when I actually like get on, I want to like what he said. He's like, I want to invest in real estate, and niggas kind of started snickering, but he was like, nah, for real, like I want to invest in real estate. That's like that's like a good money move. I want to do that. See where he's at now, bro. He got his own shop. Yeah. He's got his own clothing brand. Got a bunch of other shit going on. Like,
he's really a hustler. And he dropped a really good nugget of wisdom.
All money in, no money out.
Okay. He was on Breakfast Club interview, and he said, I've been independent because I want to know how it works. And he said, if you know everything about that contract when you go to sit down with those people to sign it, they can't bullshit you.
Facts.
So he said he needed to know the game and learn the game before he became a part of the big game. So, like, he signed, and he signed knowing full well what the advantages and disadvantages were. And he was like, this was the best option to do it. He's like, he could have waited a little longer and put it out by himself, but going this label route, the fans wanted it. This is the way to do it. I gotta sign.
Yeah, he's part of Vayner Nation too. He hangs out with the guy Gary V, that guy I talk about all the time. He, if you're not hit to give Gary V go watch some videos. But
I like that Nipsey kept his. I first heard Nipsey on Drake's comeback season. I think it was. He had a verse on there. I forgot what the song was, but I know that's where I first heard him.
I think my favorite Nipsey Hussle song is probably Call from the Bank, Keys to the City. Rappers quote Keys to the City all the time, bro. Everyone always says I got Keys to the City like Nipsey. Yeah. Keys to the City was hard.
Yeah.
He got this one joint called A Million where he sampled One in a Million by Aaliyah. Killed that shit. He got this joint called 10 Toes. Like, Nipsey just goes, dog.
It's called Killer, by the way. The song I heard.
Okay.
Killer.
Oh, I'm from comeback season. Yeah, man. But it's good. He finally got that album out.
Yeah, and it was a really good album. But I've never not liked the Nipsey project. I just think
I've never disliked the Nipsey project.
Yeah, I just think or a verse. I've never heard a verse for him where I'm like, Nipsey could have been better.
Yeah,
like he was on Gambino's Royalty actually.
He was.
On Black Faces.
Yeah. Oh, his Black Face. Oh, yeah. That was, I didn't like Royalty, but Black Faces was like one of the 3 or 4 songs that I actually enjoyed. I did not like Royalty, though.
I actually really liked Royalty. I liked Royalty a lot.
Of all the Gambino projects, I was not a huge fan of Royalty.
But
that was like one of my favorites.
But no, the Victory Lap album. I liked the Young Nigga joint with Diddy, Dedication with Kendrick, Blue Laces 2. I didn't know if I fucked with Key to the City too. I didn't know if I fucked with it. I gotta let that one sit for a minute.
I don't think I had a song where I didn't like it.
I just don't like song sequels. You know what I mean? Because
it's always
especially if I like the first one a lot.
Always. I mean, even album sequels, because like you think like Documentary 2. That's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard. I think if I had one that was my least favorite, it would be probably the John with CeeLo Green, Loaded Bases.
You said your least favorite?
Yeah. But like I said, I can play this through and through.
Yeah,
It was just.
Well, as I was saying, I can't really give a whole big thing on it, but like I had it on in the background. I wasn't like being like, turn this off or skip it. Like I wasn't doing any of that. So like I kind of just like had it going and had it playing, and I was just basically just enjoying it. Like so I can't really like break down a whole bunch of like songs or anything like that. But that intro was hard. I remember the intro being hard, and then just listening. So like I give him props for doing that because that's hard to do on some real shit. Like it's hard to fucking just have your album, like, I know that's not like what you're trying to do, but like having your album play in the background, just being like just something smooth and easy to listen to.
Yeah,
that's dope. That's
yeah.
skill.
No, really abrasive sounds.
I didn't have anything like that. At least I can't remember I did.
He picked the beats that let his voice do. Lets the voice be the major instrument instead of like letting the instrumentation be why you listen.
Right. Y'all think Nipsey's gonna keep going up because of this?
I mean, I think he's always gone up, but I don't think the public really. I don't think we're at a point right now in rap or in music in general where somebody like him can reach. Like,
I think he's gonna be getting bags low key for the rest of his career.
Yeah, but
he's still gonna be putting out good music. Well, I just think that, like, I don't know. I think his business. Like his business career is about to take the fuck off.
You think he'll start like a label or something like that and be like big like that maybe?
Yeah, I can see him doing that.
Yeah,
I could definitely see something like that, especially if he's already got one.
He has the knowledge.
First of all, a lot of rappers ain't doing what Nipsey's doing.
No,
let's make that very clear. He just knows how to make money. He learns from his mistakes. I don't think there's too many mistakes that he made. Actually, no, he'd probably say he did, but like. He just knows how to get the bag.
Yeah.
Right.
He really knows how to get the bag. And he knows, like, the fact that he said to, like, know everything about your contract so they can't bullshit you, that's like the obvious thing to do, but like he for real is like
he
really and then like all the way down to like the negotiation part. Like it's like when I go into the room that you can't like I know this already. I know how this works. You can't really
you can't lie to me.
Yeah. Speaking of top, Jay-Z finally overtook Diddy on Forbes.
Right?
Yeah.
Richest rapper?
Yep, 900 mil.
Is that because of the album? What was that because of?
Man, that dude
Everything,
does so
man.
much.
I mean, everything.
I don't know what caused him to
flip,
take
right?
the top spot instead of being number 2 again.
Because honestly, like, because Revolt's kind of like on top, so I figured Diddy would still be like number 1. You know what I mean? Because Revolt is crazy right now, and it's about to be even crazier. I could definitely see Diddy coming way back.
Maybe
year.
Tidal is finally like
Tidal jumped up. You mean?
I know Tidal has been on the incline because he has a lot of artists exclusively releasing things there, and it just
he does.
I mean, I get annoyed when I'm like exclusively on Tidal.
And any Jay-Z fan is on Tidal strictly for Jay-Z music and stuff like that. So it's like he's got all those people plus all the people that he has the exclusive with, and they just dropped an album.
Yeah.
So Tidal just won this year.
Yeah.
Jay-Z just won this year.
Jay-Z won through all means. I mean, but he
does not mean Diddy lost.
He has the sports thing too. He's an agent.
Oh,
he has Kevin Durant.
He signed like a bunch of people.
Yeah,
he did sign like a bunch of people. You're right.
So
this year, I remember that Rock did sign like a bunch.
I don't know,
of people.
man. We talk about the biggest hustler. We can't. Diddy's like been doing it for so long. Some people kind of like forget about Diddy.
But the biggest hustler is Cassidy. He has a whole album about it.
Don't worry, I'm gonna
do your homework.
And then let me see. What?
He's a hustler. Ask about him.
Who was it? Jay-Z.
Ask
Diddy.
about him, goddamn you.
I know Drake was up there. I think Drake was like number 5.
Eminem was up
Dre's
there.
number
Eminem
3.
was number 5.
Eminem and Drake were tied.
Oh yeah, they were both at 100 mil.
100 mil,
which is dope.
That's kind of crazy, right? We think like,
chilling up there.
You know,
M just chills up there.
And then 100 mil.
M really just chills up there. Like he's just like, oh yep, I'm up here again. Cool. But yeah, no, that's I can definitely see Diddy taking that spot back though next year, especially with Revolt just keeps doing shit.
Yeah, I mean, those guys. I'm gonna dive into being black for a second. You don't really have a lot of role models, especially if your dad's not there. My dad's there. If you're watching this, Dad, you know I got you.
Shout out to
you
Dad.
there. Thank you. But
you love your dad.
You don't really have like a lot of role models, and then when you do, I'm so serious that like I'm pretty sure every black person has heard this. You have sports, like get your money through sports or entertainment. Like, you got to be a rapper. Maybe somebody's told you of being an actor or actress, but
you got to be an entertainer.
Yeah, you got to be an entertainer. You got to do sports. So, like, we don't have, like, a lot of role models to show us other ways. And, yes, they did start off.
Is that really a thing?
No, I was told that. I was like,
crazy.
You want to be something, go play football.
I've always heard that.
Damn.
I've never been told that, but like I've definitely heard that sentence.
It's not really like
I ever heard that shit.
There's no options, right? And it's because like we haven't really done other things. Like, if you think about it, we're now applauding for like black people becoming doctors. Like, we're now applauding for black people becoming judges, or we don't. Do we have anybody on Supreme Court? No, it's a bunch of old white people.
Did.
Almost, maybe. I don't know.
Well,
like,
hold on, because we've done some stuff in the past too. Like, shit. Fuck it.
But it's a rarity. It's like super rare. He's 1%. Don't think you can be like him.
Yeah, but it's still like that now too.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But like with Jay-Z and Diddy and those guys, they did it through becoming entertainers. But now they're showing us. You can own businesses, you can do more than just entertain people. We're not we're not the court jesters here.
Yeah.
So
I never heard that. I never heard that like black families like that, they do that. I never heard that before. That's crazy.
And just like we all know we love each other, but you don't really say that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really talk like that. We don't really. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know why that culture is there. I don't know how it's still there. It's still stuck around. But
you think that's what DJ Khaled's telling Assad?
Oh, Jesus.
Here we go. let's get into
God damn it.
Nick's hatred of Assad.
It's not hatred, man. It's just I don't like the way he's moving out here. Look, take age out of it, bro. Okay, look, I get it. He's a prodigy, whatever, He's already executived a major album, and he's on to do a second one. I get it, but he's just too involved for me, man. Assad is too involved. He doesn't let DJ breathe.
Why are you doing this?
He doesn't let DJ make any choices on his own. He made DJ name the album after him.
Are you calling him DJ?
Yes, DJ Khaled.
Can you just say Khaled?
No.
Okay.
DJ. Because they're both Khaled. I gotta say DJ.
One goes by Khaled, one goes by Assad. So there's the there's a distinction right there.
Okay.
Nah.
All right. Okay.
He doesn't let DJ. He made DJ name the album after him.
His name is not DJ.
Father of Assad.
You can call him
the
Khaled.
first single the first visual we see
is
Assad.
He Who Shall Not Be Named.
The first visual we see is Assad sitting in a car. Why is the spotlight not on DJ? It's DJ's album. It was DJ's album last time. Every single art from the last album was Assad.
Nick.
What is that?
Nick.
What is that?
Why are you doing this, bro?
What is that for real? Answer me, Con. Why doesn't DJ have the creative control of his albums?
I just don't even know like what to say.
He's been doing this shit since like yesterday.
Like what? I don't understand. As an executive, I'm worried. That's what it is. I'm really worried. I'm worried about DJ losing his strength and his craft and his creative control. Ultimately,
I don't know what to tell you, man. You got me pegged. You got me pegged.
You raised some good points.
Come on, man. It's bullshit, man. I'll call it what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. It's bullshit. Assad needs to back away from DJ Khaled. Maybe spruce some other. He also doesn't work with anybody else. He's really taking over DJ's life.
Nick,
it's obnoxious.
Stop calling
to me.
him DJ.
It's obnoxious to me.
His name is Khaled, bro. You can call him Khaled. It's okay.
I've never heard anybody call him DJ.
DJ can't breathe. Okay.
Now I'm starting to think it's something else that you can't.
I'm worried. Okay. What do you think it is?
I don't know.
Is there something else? Am I missing something?
You got it, man. You got it.
I mean, I get it. He's a young kid and whatever. He's out here and he's doing his thing, but you gotta let your artist breathe, man. You can't.
Let's wrap this up, man.
I don't know, man.
Let's wrap this up.
Look, we'll see. Look, it's very early in the rollout of this whole album thing. Maybe he'll back off a little bit, but he's already named the album after himself. Father of Assad. That's wow. Khan's next album isn't Friend of Nick. What the fuck? That's bullshit.
I think it's bullshit that you're saying these things about him and he's not here to defend himself.
Oh, he can respond. I'll send it to him. He's not going to respond because he's got all that money and sits in a Lambo in a video. The first video of his artist project.
Yeah. That's why he's not going to respond.
Yeah. Take the whole he can't speak yet out of it. He's not going to respond. He's not going to respond, yo.
Take the whole reason we're talking about this out of that. There's other things that come into play with this.
Come on, man.
He can't talk, but that's not the point.
And also, he's not doing anything that helps DJ Khaled at all. DJ Khaled could have easily gotten Bryson Tiller and Rihanna without Assad. He didn't need Assad. He doesn't need him.
I'm at a loss of words. Like,
so do y'all agree or? do y'all agree or no?
Sure.
Whatever, man.
Sure,
Look,
man.
it's early in the rollout. We'll see if it takes a step back or not. I don't know. But
I don't know.
I mean, whatever y'all want to talk about at this point. But I had to get that off because I don't know. I'm worried about DJ.
So your rant was as relevant as Monique's complaints.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Yeah.
Let's get into that.
Okay. If you guys haven't watched the break,
by the way, we're never allowed to use the word daddy ever again. Never.
Oh my goodness.
No one. I don't know if
I'm
you
not
were.
stopping.
Listen, I don't know if you were using the word before today, but we're not allowed to use it.
So if you haven't seen the Monique Breakfast Club interview,
you need to
go watch it.
Cause holy shit.
I'm sure you know what's going on with Monique, but if not, she was offered, or she went to Netflix. Netflix didn't come to her.
Mm-hmm.
She went to Netflix to try to get a special. They offered her $500,000. She was extremely insulted. Saw the figures that other people were getting and thought she deserved more. Not just because they were getting more, but because she is a legend and she stated that she was a legend. But she just got up and walked out.
It's all facts.
All facts.
Mm-hmm. We understand that.
My take. And she claimed it's because she's black and a woman.
Nope. That's where I lose her.
Yeah.
Sorry.
My take on
I'm
it.
a white man. I really shouldn't be talking about like this, but no, that's not it.
I mean,
sorry.
You can kind of see. Okay, so
it's not it. It's not it.
I would not have offered her $500,000. I think that is low, and I think everybody can see that's low.
I understand it's low,
but you're not getting a multi-million-dollar deal out of it. Like you.
I don't even honestly. To be quite honest with you, I don't think it's low right now. For her,
I think I would have done like $1 million.
Maybe, but you also got to think of where. I mean, Netflix is shelling out money, and they probably have money to shell out, but it's Monique, man.
Yeah, you're not in demand.
Right, and that's really where the conversation ends.
Yeah, so
that's really where it ends.
In the Breakfast Club interview, she brought up people like Dave Chappelle, Tiffany Haddish,
hot.
Yeah, but we
Amy
just seen Tiffany
Schumer.
Haddish wasn't even offered that much.
How much was she offered? I didn't know.
800,000.
She's not a
Really?
legend.
Yeah.
She's just in demand.
She's
new and in demand.
Yeah.
So $800,000, that's a bag for her.
And we also
Like,
don't know the underlying of where she probably just got handed $800,000, and then but you also are going to get paid off of it.
We hear Monique is very difficult to work with.
Yep.
That part.
I've definitely heard that.
Yeah,
I've
and
definitely
that was
heard that.
before this Netflix thing.
Oh yeah,
came
that
out.
was a couple
Yeah.
years ago.
Y'all remember Khalil? Khalil
No.
Edmondson?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out Khalil.
Yeah.
I believe he's in North Korea right now. But shout out Khalil. Khalil, he is an old high school friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He moved to Atlanta because his mom was, I guess she was childhood friends with Monique.
Really?
And when Monique got that talk show, they moved to Atlanta because Monique wanted Khalil's mom to work for her as her assistant. And me and Khalil had a falling out, and I hadn't talked to him in a while. And then when me and him patched shit up, he tells me, yeah, man, my mom don't work at the Monique show no more. Starts telling me all these Monique horror stories. how she treats her workers and shit like that. So when I heard on the Breakfast Club they said that she was hard to work with, I was like, I believe it because I was like, I've heard this before. Spooky.
It's that clip. But like we've heard that she's hard to work with, and all of these factors do play a role. Now I will say, for those that are on Monique's side, yes, she was lowballed in the offer. But
I understand the lowballing, 100%.
Being a woman, you can say, okay, like, yeah, there might be a little discrepancy there between a woman's pay and a man's pay. And then being black versus being white, you can say there might be a little discrepancy right there. But to be completely honest, she's not going to make what Dave Chappelle makes. She's not going to make what Amy Schumer makes.
Honestly,
like,
ever.
Amy Schumer is not funny. I'm with Charlamagne on that one.
Yeah,
I don't like
either.
her, bruh. And her Netflix special flopped.
But guess what? People like her, and people are going to pay money.
And she was selling out on her tour.
And at the end of the day, that's what Netflix cares about.
People are like, oh, well, Dave Chappelle had just come from Africa. Nobody was really checking on him. They were only talking about his past accomplishments. This man did 150,000 shows before Netflix offered him that bag.
Same with Chris Rock.
Yeah, Chris Rock had come off of a thing. Now, the only person, Jerry Seinfeld, he hadn't really done a lot. He has the Comedian with Cars, and it's been running for a minute.
Hi, Jerry.
It's actually kind of
I love that show.
Relevant.
It's pretty good. I love that show.
But it's not like huge. It's not like
huge, no.
It's not the relevancy that like Amy Schumer and all that has. And I think he got paid the highest of the comedians that we've seen get specials.
Well, I think what happened with that too is that because Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee was actually a Crackle thing, and a lot of people don't know what Crackle is. Yeah, it's basically a bootleg Netflix. Yep. And I actually remember going on Crackle and watching Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee because it's a good show. And so but when Netflix acquired it, I'm sure that was in some sort of the deal where, and honestly, that's probably where that number's coming from. Excuse me. That he got paid for Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, and he also had a Netflix documentary too. It wasn't just a stand-up special. Yeah, he had a stand-up special, a documentary, and his already popular series. Yeah. So it's like that's probably what that number is. If he has the biggest number, that's probably what that number is.
Yeah, it's just a blanket all encompassing.
Yeah. So I mean, but even then, again, he was out there. He's busy. He's doing shit. He's got things to show for it. Dave showed up with his stand-ups and said, "Just pay me for these."
Yep.
And then Chris Rock was on that Total Blackout tour, and I didn't stop hearing about that fucking tour.
Yeah,
like on IG and stuff like that. Like I follow, and then like also like he's like friend of like all the stars. Like everyone loves Chris Rock in Hollywood, and so like his whole Instagram flooded with nothing but like him hanging out with fucking Rihanna and Dave and Kevin Hart and all these people. Like
Dave Chappelle also had a residency, the only comedian ever to have a residency at Radio City Hall.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So, like, you can't compare yourself.
Yeah, man, because I sat here and I watch, and a lot of times I miss all the details, so I made sure to listen. She was saying that it was a race thing, why she got, lowballed. Did she get, like, a low price? Yeah. But I'm not checking for Monique, nigga. No, I'm not checking for Monique.
That's where it ends, bro.
I love the Parkers. I love the Parkers, but fuck no.
When did the Parkers come out, though? That's what I'm saying. It's like
what I'm saying is like, if Monique came out with a special, I wouldn't fucking peep it. She has a special on Netflix right now, and I'm not fucking watching for it. Like, and then I thought it was whack how she was trying to do Charlamagne. You know what I mean? Charlamagne, because the thing was, I thought Charlamagne fucking, I thought he got her out the way.
Yeah.
He asked her. He asked her. He was like, "Why do you think you deserve that money?" And she danced around the question. She never answered it. She had an answer for everything but the one thing he kept asking. It was just like, "Why do you think you deserve that?"
She was mad disrespectful to
She just kept saying she was a legend. Like I get the legend.
Yeah, no, Monique is a legend. She is, but bruh.
But there's a lot of legends who aren't in demand, yo.
I was talking with my mom. And my mom and my dad obviously know who Monique is. I know who Monique is because she was still in the comedian thing, and she's in dramas now. And Kellen was in the room. He says, "Who's Monique?"
There you go.
And we showed him a picture. He was like, "Oh, I've seen her in a movie." So that's a drama, not a comedy. And then you're asking for high comedian pay. And then her husband / manager or whatever, her daddy was
how old's Kellen now? Sorry,
14.
Yeah, but in his defense, there's probably a bunch of 14-year-olds who don't know who Dave Chappelle is right now. So
I don't think so.
Not with all that stuff he's been doing.
I definitely think so. Yeah, but comedy specials on Netflix. A lot of these kids probably don't got Netflix because they ain't got money. Kids Kellen's age ain't got money.
Yeah, but their parents do.
They get jobs
but not every household got Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm not
So no,
saying-
I get the point you're making. I get
fewer-
the point you're making. I'm just saying, like, I think that the same thing as far as that goes. I don't think we can
I think
base
it's
that
more
off
often
of.
than none, though.
But you're
not
talking
in that
about
case.
the people that the age range would probably go something around like 17 to like 24. Like I think that's like the prime market.
That's
for
where
Netflix
is at. Yeah.
That's like the prime.
So maybe Kellen.
He's like
is a little
just under
that,
the
but
curve, but to not know. You've seen her in a drama. You didn't know her name. You just seen her like.
The fact that he
I
didn't
think
know
the same
her
thing
by
applies
name.
for like older comedians, though. I think that just applies to older comedians in general.
I
Amy
don't think-
Schumer, if Kellen knew who Amy Schumer was, I'd be like, okay, I get that. Like if Kellen's surfing through like the regular TV, no streaming services,
He probably
gonna
didn't
see,
know
he
who
gonna see Amy Schumer.
Jerry Seinfeld was either.
Yeah, you
if
know what I mean.
About it.
I get what you're saying, but like I feel like that
Maybe
I
14 may be a little too young, but like
Yeah,
I don't like
just
that
under
line
the
because
curve.
I've
That
heard
is
people
true.
use that line.
14
I'm
may be a
not
little
really
too
fan of it.
young.
Under
But
the curve.
as far as like I don't know, people like Lily in high school, like I know most high school students they get off school and go to fucking Netflix or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or just on the internet in general.
I mean,
just,
nobody's talking about her until she made this fiasco, and
this
I
is the
do
most
applaud
I've heard
her.
fucking name.
I want when people
Monique
face
was
this
gone
kind
for a
of
while.
thing, like it's good to make a little noise of it, but not going. She's going on a touring campaign about her dilemma with Netflix. Like this is like
She
this
keeps
is
saying
not
it's a race
just
thing,
her
and it's
saying.
not a race thing.
No, this is
not.
not just her saying like, "Oh, I may have been discriminated against. I got lowballed." Like, no, she's stopping. She's doing interviews. She's calling out Oprah. You don't battle with Oprah. First of all, you were both two black successful women. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. And then it's Oprah.
We don't want to see Oprah and Monique fight to the death.
Oh, no, that we want to see.
Yeah,
we don't want to see them.
We don't want to
argue.
see them.
I don't want to see
Bicker
that.
back
I was totally kidding. I don't wanna see
Okay.
That sounds
That might
terrible.
be
I mean,
fun.
if they bring back Celebrity Deathmatch, that'd be a cool one.
Yo, that has to be episode 1.
Episode one, Monique and
No,
Oprah.
but what my biggest worry is what. So let's say Monique successfully does everything she's trying to do right. Successfully boycotts Netflix. She gets Netflix's number down. All this stuff. She gets a stand up. That shit better be good. That shit better be funny as fuck, bro.
Because this is the type of stuff that ruins legacies.
Here's the thing, bro. I've been hearing mixed reviews about Tambourine Rock's joint, and
Chris Rock.
I loved it
I
personally.
didn't really like it.
I liked it. I
wasn't
liked
too
it a
high on
lot.
I didn't watch
But
it.
you know, but she's been hyping up Chris Rock's thing, and there's mixed reviews about Rock's thing. She needs to cut now that she's made such a big deal about this comedy special that she's trying to get on Netflix. That shit better be good, because Khan just said there's a whole Monique special right now, and I didn't even know about it until this whole thing started.
Yeah.
I still haven't gone and watched it. This thing's been going on for a couple of weeks. At least a month, I think, actually, this whole Monique thing. That shit better be good, dog. At the end of the day, like, you're really setting yourself up for, like, hyping your shit up and it not being good.
And
Like,
falling.
it's a little, like,
You
crazy
fall.
that you would do that to yourself in a weird way. Because at the end of the day, it's like, bro, it's like, is this shit even, like, that good for me to be fighting for it like this? Like, is it really that good?
Yeah, it better be like fire. We haven't seen Monique do comedy in a while. I don't even know what she'd
It's
be
been a
like.
long time, dog. Like,
And even then, like, she really should be doing
the thing I'm trying to figure out
saying
is
to do.
like, why is this shit like, why is it news? Because I'm just like, bro, we're all in agreement, man. Like, we're not. Monique don't make me stop doing the dishes.
Yeah.
I love saying that. She don't make me stop doing the dishes, dog.
Right,
Like I'm just not jumping for joy for Monique.
It's news because Breakfast Club and all them people.
She tried
they
to
live
bring
off
other
that.
people into it. She tried to bring Tiffany Haddish in, and Tiffany had her.
then she got it.
so she kind of like
nah,
sitting
she
there
didn't.
like,
She didn't bring Tiffany in. What happened was Charlamagne brought up Tiffany and was like, "Well, Tiffany," and she, then she said what she said. So she didn't bring up Tiffany.
she brought in Wanda Sykes.
She did bring in Wanda Sykes.
Yeah,
And Wanda Sykes ain't that funny to me either, dog.
but
I love Wanda Sykes on when she goes on talk shows. She's really funny on talk shows. I honestly could just watch her on talk shows all day.
But it's just like, I don't know, man. You're making it super hard
Again, to work with you.
again, and then like you really don't deserve
What you want.
what you want. You like go out and tour. Go on a tour right now. Her daddy was saying she could make like $2 million
they
in
said something
the
like
2 years.
She said her daddy.
She kept calling him daddy in the interview. By the way,
That was
Yeah, you got
That was
her
weird.
manager, somebody else.
and
You guys
and
said
she
that.
kept calling Charlamagne Leonard, and she kept saying my love.
Oh yeah, that was her husband.
No. To like everybody, like Angela Yee,
man.
my love.
At the end of the day, bro, we're still not checking for you, Monique. We keep listening for you because you're on interviews, but that's about it.
Nick,
We're
you
good
are
on
0-2 with celebrities. Joe Budden called you an idiot. Rico Nasty wanted that smoke. Don't be surprised if you get a very passive-aggressive tweet or DM from Monique.
We gonna
by
check for
tomorrow.
it.
That's fine. I'm not worried about that. That's cool.
You hear Nick talking shit? You hear Nick talking shit?
Nick is well known for being a dick.
Yeah,
Dick
That's
Boar.
about it.
Dick boy.
Dick
Dick
Boar.
Boar.
That's fine with me. I don't
Damn.
care. Look, at the end of the day, it's not a race issue with her, man.
Nah,
It's not, and that's what Charlamagne's whole thing was. It's like you're using race to fucking make
you're
this
using
a
the
big
wrong
deal.
platform.
It's
Now,
like, come on.
but I will say, like, I can't say 100% that no race was involved, and I can't say 100% that
Well, you can't
gender
ever
bias
say that.
wasn't.
You can't ever say it
Right.
100%. But
You have to
This is a
set your
bigger
house up
issue.
right, and then see what's coming. So, like, if she just came off a very successful tour, and she just
they
like
still said,
people are like, wow, Monique's funny. Like, I even see any mention of Monique's name. And then you were offered $500,000. Okay, now we have
now's a
more
bigger
to talk
thing
about.
here.
But
yeah,
nah, we ain't worried about you.
nah.
Make us worry about you, then try again.
Go to Hulu, Monique.
That's what I said.
I was being funny.
No, I'm dead ass.
I don't think people want to work with her.
Who would
I
want
don't-
you
I
now?
don't-
She says she's blackballed, but you're difficult to work with. So are you?
Well, I don't
like,
know that for sure. I don't know all that. I ain't just gonna run with that. I've heard it, but I don't know. for
Charlamagne said it. And he was like,
sure. Yeah, but I mean, like,
people-
do we know that though?
And then, Angela Yee was like, "Why don't you just go somewhere else?" And she said, "Haven't we been told to go somewhere else?"
He
Like,
said Khalil said it.
Khalil said it, yeah, but I mean, still, I don't know for sure. I don't know
We-
for sure.
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
Even okay.
then-
So I guess it is more of a rumor than a fact.
a million Yankee fans.
I can
can't
see
be
it
wrong.
though. I can see it though. I can't see it though.
Yeah.
A million Yankee fans can't be wrong.
Yeah.
That's always my thing.
Oh, that's a golf reference.
Yep.
I got that. Yeah, sports.
Tennis.
I've been reading. No, it's golf. Stop being an asshole. It's golf. I don't think you know your sports, Nick.
Right.
Do you know your sports?
Speaking of sports, like
the
overhyped,
football fan over here.
real quick, what is this? Can you explain a little more on this Lamar Jackson story for me? Do
All
you
right.
know anymore?
Lamar Jackson is
The famous Jet Jackson's little brother.
probably the
Mhm.
best athlete coming out of college right now
Mm-hmm.
into the draft.
Mm-hmm.
When I say best, I mean like he has a full skill set, right? He's quick. He's a quarterback. He has an arm. He runs more than he passes, but when he passes, they're solid passing.
Mm-hmm.
He was a Heisman Trophy winner his freshman year, and then he was in consideration last year on his sophomore year.
It sounds a lot like Robert Griffin.
It sounds like Johnny Manziel. Sounds like Robert Griffin. It's cool.
See where I'm going?
So, but look, he beat Michael Vick's record.
That's good.
He's a star. He's a flat out star. He did the combine.
Yep. Only did the passing drills. I heard.
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
I believe so.
That's crazy.
And people are like, they want him to try out for wide receiver. That was a rumor. Teams are asking him to try out for wide receiver. That's how much of an athlete this guy is.
Oh.
And he was like,
That's
no,
the
I'm
story I
only
didn't
doing
hear.
quarterback.
That's the part of the story I did not hear.
Yeah.
because from where I was sitting, I thought he had been like a wide receiver like in college or something like that. And so like when he was like, nah, fuck that, I'm just gonna be a quarterback, like, oh, okay, well, like, I don't, like, to me it wasn't making sense. Like, I was missing part of the story.
A human highlight reel. You can Google him and you'll find stuff from both seasons where he's just freakish.
Right.
Like, it's just, he's a freak.
Mm-hmm.
Is he the best player in the draft? No. Nah, he's not. Just flat out not. He's not even the best quarterback in the draft. He's the best athlete, and that's...
So do you just subscribe to my theory that he'll go to the Browns?
I think he'll do well, man. He's like a faster Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, but did you hear who you compared him to earlier?
Manziel Griffin. Nah, Browns are picking up the first quarterback.
What's his name? Fucking Mayfield. Right?
Mayfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're picking him up.
Yeah,
But
this is the only time I ever pay attention to college.
yeah, when the draft comes.
Yeah, when the draft's coming. Because I start hearing the names, and then I'm like, okay, these are where the people are kind of going. And then I talk to my dad, and he's like, yeah, the Redskins might go get this guy.
Yeah.
And then I start rooting for that because my dad's usually pretty on top of that shit. But yeah. So, but I don't know. I just when I see the NFL or the NFL news people, because that's where I'm getting my news from. When I see that they start picking out names like that, it worries me, man, because it's like I said, Johnny Manziel, Tim Tebow actually had a pretty decent career in the NFL, and then just whatever happened with him. Robert Griffin was a wild ride, especially for me as a Redskins fan. Fucking hated that little period of time. Who else did that? Geno Smith was a weirdly like that too. Yeah. Where he didn't even go in the first round. Geno he was stuck on the Jets and didn't get kept, but he was hyped. You have
Geno, Deshaun Watson, Cam Newton. I'm talking about scrambling.
Well, Cam Newton actually didn't do all that, but I'm talking about
as
Deshaun
far as
Watson's
the
too,
hype
actually.
and
I'm talking about
being
so hyped up
and then not living to it. Okay, yeah.
A lot of players did that, bro.
Yeah, but it happened. You think about it, the NFL's media's job is to hype the players so that you want to watch next season.
Yeah.
Or you want to watch the draft first and foremost,
I'm
then watch them perform
mad when they
next
pick
season.
one guy and they talk about him all the time because that's when it fucks up.
He's probably the most.
It's like a Madden curse.
I know you've heard about Mayfield, and you had to have heard about Saquon Barkley, the running back, top running back in the draft. That guy is a freak of nature.
Really?
As a running back, whoever gets him has another Todd Gurley, another
Redskins need a running back.
Adrian Peterson.
We have Chris Thompson, and Fat Rob is good, but we don't have a running back.
This man ran a 4.4.
We need him.
He benched 29 reps. He jumped higher than Odell Beckham.
Damn.
This man,
a running back.
This man is wild.
Dude, these athletes now are fucking crazy.
They're getting ridiculous. But this man is you get him on your team, you build the team around him. You get yourself, make sure you have a solid offensive line, and you are a contender. Something I forgot, but yeah, no, he's.
That's the thing. I think finally, if back to the Redskins, if Redskins, if they stay healthy, we actually have a pretty good line now. Yeah, and honestly, I would say we pick up one more guy in the draft, or maybe a couple off-season shits. We have a pretty decent. We gotta stay healthy, obviously, because that's what killed us last year. Yeah, we easily could have been contending for some cool shit last year if we all stayed healthy. But literally, everyone and their mom had an injury last year.
Yeah, Redskins were close to the playoffs until December hit.
Yeah, because we lost everybody. Yeah, that's the thing is all of our people as soon as our good people stopped playing decently and they started playing good, we had nobody else to fucking back them up. So. But Con, any insight on the football?
On football?
Yeah.
None.
Okay.
I've got none.
All right, well.
I don't want to see a bunch of grown men running around and trying to grab a ball from each other, okay? I like wrestling.
Take the ball out of it, and that's what wrestling is.
No, it's different. It's different.
Oh.
It's different.
Less clothes, right.
You're right. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let you keep that defense.
But
I know what you're trying to do,
do-
and it's not going to work.
It worked pretty well. I'm gonna be honest.
let me see. We'll stick on sports, but I think you can kind of see this. Right now, NCAA is under fire. FBI did a probe into them. I'm sure Donald Trump was happy because it, got him off of Russia a little bit more. But
Wrong. That's wrong. Nope, that's fake
NCAA is
fake news.
in trouble because over 20 schools, 20 Division I schools, were found to have been paying players benefits. When they say benefits, sometimes it's money, like over $10,000. Before, way back, it was like prostitutes and shit. But
Jesus.
like, this isn't the first time.
What? I didn't know about prostitutes.
This isn't the first time, and it won't be the last time.
Oh,
because,
wait. You talking about coaches bringing prostitutes to the players?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I've heard that shit.
That's
Yeah.
Degrassi, bro. Degrassi
you're
kept
right,
you
you're right.
in the know. Yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. They saw like players were getting paid like over $10,000. It's wild because like they're getting paid and it's like kind of under the table and it's a violation of the rules.
Yep.
And they do that because they want the top prospect, because the top prospects bring monies to the school. Right. So the thing about it is that the NBA installed that rule, like the one and done, right? Like you have to go to college for at least 1 year, which means you have to be under NCAA for at least 1 year. Okay. The NFL doesn't allow high school players. You can be a walk-on, but your chances are super slim. Go play college. So everybody's getting funneled through the NCAA. But when things like this happen, you see.
Oh, so this is a blanket thing between all sports?
No, all NCAA.
All NCAA sports?
Yeah.
Basketball, football?
Yeah, everything.
all this.
Golf.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So when things like this happen, it becomes Dallas Mavericks point guard blank was paid. So the schools are off like, okay, we were in violation, but, our names aren't tarnished. Right? It comes back to, it makes it look like the NBA, the NFL.
Right.
I don't know the other sports kind of like that.
MLB.
Yeah. It makes it look like they're at fault for like picking up corrupted people, like people that were violating the rules.
I don't know about that.
So it's a bad look for them. They're thinking like these rules, like the one and done, repeal that. You want to come out of high school and you think you can play? Cool. We're going to do our own developmental league. They have the NBA G League right now. Nobody pays attention. But they could – it's like developmental league. Some players stop playing basketball, want to play again. They go into that league.
Oh, okay.
And then –
that's cool.
Yeah. Like Nate Robinson. I don't know if you remember him. Short. Yeah. He was in the developmental league too.
Hip-hop.
No? Oh, okay.
So – how I think about this is that honestly I kind of wish it was happening more, and the way I say that is because I heard a good point. I don't even know where I heard it, but just like there's a lot of these kids are playing football because it actually brings us back to the point that you said. So you're saying that black families, they install into their heads that you guys should be entertainers and sports players.
Yep. So
that's what most of these kids are doing. Most of these kids are also broke. Not a lot of rich people playing fucking sports. They don't need to. On some real shit. So, it was really quote for like word for word. It was like people playing these top league footballs, shutting down fucking college stadiums, and mom can't turn the lights on. I think all these players should be getting money.
Yeah,
especially if you're starting. Like, especially if you're starting.
Yep.
Per game, whatever it takes to get these college kids should be getting some sort of money, because paying the full ride and stuff like that doesn't help mom. That don't help what you're trying to do, bro.
And only a small percentage gets full ride. And they don't let them work.
Oh, I know.
Well, your job is sports.
Yeah.
Like your job is to work out, make passable grades in the classes. Yeah. And be good at your sport.
That's changed too. You should be having like good grades, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if at the end of the day you're trying to be a football player, I'm not really concerned with your grades, but you should be.
Yeah.
As a person who goes into sports and stuff like that, if your brain isn't there and you break your leg, you got nothing now.
But I'll show it to you like this, and it shows the struggle of trying to make it. I mean, right now, like, you hear college kids, we're at the age where our peers are just getting out of college, or we tried, like, we know the college system.
Yep.
It's like, you're broke in college.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're broke.
Baroque.
And some people are going into college with a kid. Like, some people are going into college with very high financial needs.
Yep.
And you're a football player, and you can't get a part-time job. You can't do a full-time job because your job is football. And you're just like, this is going to pay off. This is going to pay
you're
off.
fucking Lamar Jackson, and you got no money.
No money.
It's
You
wild,
need to,
bro.
yep.
It's so wild. Like, to me, like, and that's the only industry that really is like that. Like, there's, like, if you're like Lamar Jackson status in music, you got money.
Yeah.
You got fucking money.
Yep.
I mean, I would say, like, any, like, new type of rapper is like a kid in the draft, like, trying to get drafted. Like, that's what I would say. I would say that that's kind of where you are. And so, like, but those kids have money because they're streaming well, they're doing well, they're selling out these shows.
And you
doing
think
stuff
about
like
it,
that, and they're getting their payment for it.
when you force them to go through that system and they're not getting paid, but they're still risking injury. So they're like, I'm NFL bound, I'm NBA bound, I'm MLB bound. Shit, I got hurt. Damn, who's gonna want me? Damn, what do I do?
Right.
Like, I'm not here for college. I'm not here to get a fucking education. I didn't think about this. Let me go pick up this full-time job at Wawa so I can make ends meet.
Yep.
I got to provide.
Yep.
It fucking sucks. And you look at it, Patriots don't draft players that don't finish college. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
They want intelligent people. So I think they have like a 2-year minimum, but they really look for people that finish college. Look at the percentage of black people on the Patriots. So.
Yeah.
People don't finish college. If you're sports bound, you don't really like. You have a rare Richard Sherman, like he finished. Yeah. He's good. Like they're rarities. Yeah. When you're going in there because you're like, I've been doing football basically my entire life.
Right.
I didn't go to college because I'm like, I find this subject interesting. No, they're taking communication and arts, and not to shit on those degrees, but they're not as intense as like the sciences and all of that shit. Right. And they're just doing that so that they can focus more on the sport. Right. So you get hurt. I remember that kid in, that played for, was it Arizona or Kentucky? I think it was Arizona. And he broke his leg in the March Madness tournament. And he was a baller, and he was a senior. And he broke his leg. Yeah. Done. That's it. That's it. You don't get who's gonna pick you up? Your legs. That's your money maker.
Right. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, dude, I honestly I think I don't think it's really a scandal at all. It's only a scandal because it's against the rules right now, and I think that
Peppercorn.
I think they should be getting paid more.
They need to get paid.
At least paid. Yeah.
My solution. I don't like bringing up like.
Lot. Yeah. It really don't gotta be a whole lot. It just gotta be like something to fucking live off of. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's why they can't do the NCAA games because they were putting their names in the game. You can't do that. But nobody wanted to play something where there's nobody attached to it. So like NCAA, like has been taking dips,
which
and stuff.
Is dumb too.
Yeah.
It's like,
so my solution. I don't like to bring up problems without a solution. You all don't really hate capitalism as much as you think you do. Like, so you turn this over to the free market, which means it's not regulated. People, you can go into college. Like, if the NBA still wants you, you need to have at least a year in college. Cool. Go into college, play for their collegiate programs, but allow, like, Hardee's wants to sponsor Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson thinks it's going to be a good thing. Cool. Boom. Oh, I can also sell my autographs. Cool.
That's also
get a pocket.
too, isn't it, right?
Yeah, no, you can't make any money.
That's crazy.
You can't make any money. You can't get sponsorship deals.
So
you can't endorse. You can't make through autographs. You still have to go to like do these interviews and shit.
I don't understand.
Because you have to up your brand to get into the fucking big leagues, anyways. It's dumb. It's a stupid system.
Yeah, no,
It's dumb.
Yeah, no, I think these guys should be getting paid, especially at the big names. It's like, I don't know. It's like, to bring it back to music, because that's just where I'm at. Like, I've been hearing, like, it's how much is a damn fucking college football ticket?
Well, if you go to the school,
Right. If you go to the school,
it's cheaper. If you don't go to the school, it's still like $100.
So it's $100.
Well, it depends. Right? Like Division I, if they're playing another good team,
so it's like $100. So let's just say it's $100 for just argument, right? So it's $100, and the people that you're going to see are not getting any money out of it. That's kind of what's going on with these local shows that I see all the time, where I made a big deal about my fact that I'm personally not going to any shows that pays above a $10 ticket and is not paying any artists. And I just recently heard about a show that's $20, and my first thing is going to figure out who's getting paid, because I put on shows, but I'm about to put on a show, and I'm paying my artists.
All right.
And I'm doing a $10 ticket.
Yeah, you talk your shit, Nick.
I'm doing
that shit.
I'm doing a $10 ticket, and I'm paying these artists. It's not much, but they're getting money out of my pocket at the end of the day. They're getting money out of that show. They're at the end of the day, people are not coming to my show that I'm putting on for me. They're coming because of my people that are on the flyer, and that's what those college kids are doing. It's the fact that they're not getting any money. That's where it really is. That's where it ends up for me. It's just they need money.
They're not getting paid, and it's
because it's nothing but college. It's just getting
crime.
Money. Money.
Money.
That was the thing.
Catch up. You can't muster.
Oh God.
Okay.
Con's had way too much sports talk now.
Yeah.
He's sportsed out.
I am pooped with the sports. I am pooped.
What do you want to talk about, Con?
Just nothing. Nothing, bro.
We're pretty much done.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
We had a good run, right, fellas? It ran its course. Now it's time for us to all move on to our own, individual little things. Bogans, you're gonna go to Olympia, Washington, to open up that hardware store you've always wanted to open up. Nick, you're gonna be doing something, I don't know, and I'm just gonna transcend. Got to leave you guys in the dust eventually. This was cute, this was fun, but it's time to move on.
Right.
You know what it is. You know how it goes, man.
Yeah, I'll see you next week.
Some guys are Jonah Hill, other guys are Christopher Mintz-Plasse, and
what?
I got to go shoot 23 Jump Street soon. So,
dear Lord,
have fun doing whatever it is you did after Superbad.
Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
That's it. We're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Do y'all have a song y'all want to play or no?
Ooh, well, you played it in the beginning.
You want me to play that?
We don't gotta play it twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's also nice you play it twice. I'll figure something out.
No song is nice enough to play twice.
Facts.
No song.
Especially yours.
Ooh, tell you what, play something from Hutch's EP. Hutch dropped the EP.
Oh yeah.
Play
I
don't want to go. I think it's called I Don't Want to Go.
I Don't Want to Go. Okay.
I Don't Want to Go.
I don't have it linked up, but I will play it. So it's gonna play. It's gonna play right now. Ooh. Post Magic. It's playing right
It's
now.
Smoke with Hutch.
It sounds good.
It's Smoke with Hutch with Loner Ave and Baby J. It's a really good fucking song.
I'm hearing it right now. It's great.
Oh yeah, ooh, hip hop.
Yeah. Hip hop.
Nigga, did you hear that snare?
Pack it up and leave it there. All that stretch, I got a million reasons, few good seasons. How I got my back, I got a bitch that's really bad, but she don't cost a lot. Yeah, finesse, that means I handle what I got. I just popped 2 oxys, now a nigga floating like a feather. She just give me brain, let some things get myself together. Could be walking down your block, out serving any weather. Try to throw them things on niggas tougher than some leather. I'm not trying to go, please leave me alone. Rolling up this dope, hit my phone, I'm gon' hit the climb, nigga, hit the road. Got 3 woods, I'm gon' face it long, face it to the dome. You don't hit my Motorola unless you hit me by some dope. I don't really give a fuck about the show unless you broke. All you shorties give me top, then I'm go. Please don't hit my Motorola unless you hit me for a show. Please don't hit my Motorola unless you hit me by some dope. Ay. With a cash bitch, I got some perks and turn my new chick to an addict. I took a nigga's bitch so quick you think it's magic. I pulled up and she broke her neck, that shit was tragic. A nigga stay fly like pigeon planes. Ride by the nigga, I ain't living lame. Page fans running with the big booty and the big titties. Can I get your number? What's your name? Twitter, aim, anything. I'm just tryna.
Peep the way the chain swing. She gonna want the whole thing. Ask my shawty what's up, let her cruise in the whip, cause the bitch let me pump. Yo, team getting stumped, talk shit, run the set, leave her body in the trunk. Lots for lunch, all go to you, go funds. Hey, Lil Durk when I jump. Hey, this ain't what you want. Hey.